What is up, everybody? It's 3WK, and as you probably gleaned from the title of this video, I bought a 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor, which is, in my opinion, the most interesting truck in the midsize segment today. I actually hopped into this truck after a 6-month stint with the Gen 3 F-150 Raptor, which was an incredible truck in its own right, but these are two very different beasts, just with similar performance DNA. And I wanted to get into that a little bit, why I was wrong in some capacity about this Ford Ranger Raptor compared to the F-150 Raptor, and what its strong suits are and how it really stands on its own in the Raptor lineup. So I wanted to get into that with you guys today, take a peek at my 2024. So let's start with giving this thing a walk around, because damn, it looks good. I never get tired of looking at this truck. I really am a big fan of the new Ford global design language implemented on this truck. It has the right combination of aggressiveness and subtlety in comparison to some of the super aggressive styling that we see on like the Toyota Tacoma or the ZR2 Bison. It really sets it apart for me. I know some people are in the camp that they really love this like ultra futuristic style of those trucks. I'm not one of those people, and I really think that the Ranger Raptor does a bang up job of giving you that aggression in a nice, clean, beautiful package that I think is going to age really well as this truck ages. That brings me to kind of the main reason I think that this truck is so exciting to a lot of people, and it's that this truck is a very special truck in this market. I don't think that you can say that about a lot of mid-sized trucks. I think a lot of mid-sized trucks, even in this refresh generation, are not that different to their previous generation. Yes, maybe they have gone from a mediocre V6 to now a slightly less mediocre turbo-charged 4-cylinder engine, but they're still very kind of run-of-the-mill motors without that much punch, without that much character. That is what changes the game with the Ranger Raptor, is that this V6 twin turbo in this truck really has character. It has a personality. It does make this truck different than everything else in the midsize market, along with the package that it's in. When you bring in the Foxfly valve shocks, when you talk about the rear suspension being completely different than anything else on the market, it really changes how you look at a truck like this. When I looked at the Ranger Raptor and F-150 Raptor, I was basing this on just the fact that they're two trucks, similar price point if you're going in the used market for an F-150 Raptor. But honestly, when you get behind the wheel of a Ranger Raptor, the first thing that you notice is that it handles so well. And there's another YouTube channel, The Topher, that talks about that the Ranger Raptor does its best impression of a sports car. I think that is a great representation of what this thing does. When you drive it, you could almost trick yourself into believing that you're driving a sports car, and it's because it is an enjoyable driving experience. It handles the curves well. I think it's one of the few cars that you would take up to a curvy, twisty canyon road and enjoy it on your way out to go do some off-roading. And both of those experiences would be equally as enjoyable. You're not going to do that in a Tacoma TRD Pro. You're not going to do that in a ZR2 Bison. But in the Ranger Raptor, you could have fun with this on a day-to-day basis, enjoying the driving experience and then go out off-road and enjoy the driving experience as well. It's just a different kind of fun because it really is a do-it-all vehicle. There are a lot of drawbacks to a mid-sized truck, especially the Ranger. I'd say poor optimization of interior storage. I think that they could have done a much better job of providing interior storage on the Ranger. There's not great underseat storage. The center console is If you look at the dashboard in the vehicle, there's no like dash tray that you could easily, get aftermarket support to like build, mounts for different equipment. They didn't optimize in that direction. And that is what makes the Ranger Raptor maybe a hard sell to someone who's looking for a complete utility. But then on the opposite side of the spectrum, if you're looking for utility plus sportiness plus comfort plus, the Ranger Raptor sits in the middle of all of these things and provides you this jack of all trades, maybe master of none kind of situation, but it's not something else that I could get in any other vehicle. I think that if you were someone who has a dedicated off-road truck and then you have a Porsche 911 in the garage, maybe a Ranger Raptor isn't the truck for you. Maybe it is if you always want that engaging driving experience no matter what you're driving. Then you would have a Ranger Raptor and a 911, or a Ranger Raptor and a BMW M2, or what have you. But I think where the Ranger Raptor excels at is being everything to anybody. If you want to take this out on a back road and rip it, I think you'll have a great time. If you go on a trail with this Ranger Raptor, I think you're going to have a great time. If you go on a road trip, it's quiet, it's comfortable. My rear-facing car seat for my daughter fits in there perfectly, and I can sit in a comfortable position with her seat behind me without a problem. It just checks a lot of boxes while still being a pickup truck and still being quick. And this is at the out of the box with 410 horsepower, where you could bump this up to 450 horsepower, I believe, with the tune. It's just a package that I think is unheard of in this segment, and it really sets it apart from the competition, is that this vehicle is enjoyable in many arenas. It's not a one-trick pony, and while that's probably its biggest strength, it's also maybe its biggest con, is that if you're somebody who's an enthusiast, like I consider myself to be in this vehicle space, a lot of times you might want to have multiple vehicles. And when you have multiple vehicles, I think the appeal of the Ranger Raptor maybe is slightly lower than others. The F-150 Raptor, I think, is much more of a truck that has great off-road capability, exciting noises, maybe slightly more fun to drive on road than a normal truck, ultra comfortable, but I don't think it is engaging to drive as a Ranger Raptor on the road. But at the same time, a lot of Ford Ranger owner or Ford F-150 Raptor owners, the Raptor's not their only vehicle. They probably have something sporty in the garage. It's a kind of a high dollar item. I think the Ranger Raptor kind of sits in the middle, where this is a aspirational vehicle for a lot of people, but it might be the one that you shell out a little bit more money for, but this is your only car and you want to enjoy it. You want a great driving experience, and because it's not a one-trick pony, I think you're going to get a lot wrapped in one package. I personally left my F-150 Raptor for this one because I got a great deal on this and was able to let go of my F-150 Raptor for complete break even after having it for 6 months and enjoying it. But I just find that it's better suited for my needs. I don't drive a ton of long distances around town, off-road with my buddies. I just find that this is the perfect size for me, and I really enjoy having that enjoyable driving experience on a daily. My F-150 Raptor, I didn't really think after work, hey, let me just go take this for a rip. My Ranger Raptor, after work, I want to find somewhere to drive to. I want to enjoy the driving experience. And that's difficult to say, I think, for any pickup truck. But this truck delivers that experience. And I think it is worth a try if that's something you're looking for. Anyway, guys, I am going to dig into this Ranger Raptor a lot more over the course of the year. I've already taken it off road. I'm going to do some more of that. I'm going to do some modifications. I have some ideas for some new wheels, some maybe interior modifications that I've been drawing up in my head. So I think there's a lot to be done with this Ranger in 2025. I thank you all for watching the video. If you're new here, please subscribe. You're going to see a lot more of this, maybe some more motorcycle content, whatever tickles my fancy, but it will be vehicle related, and hopefully it is entertaining to you. So thank you for riding with me all these years, and if you're new here, hope you ride with me for the future. Peace.